How do you learn it? Well, it's very comprehensive. Let me actually go to it and show you it rather than talk further to you. So I'm sure you'd rather see it than listen to me. So let me just launch that. There we go. So I'm just on the launch page here for the Practical CSM Academy, and I'm going to log in first of all as a fairly sort of starter user here who's just maybe begun. And I'm logging in here, and I immediately get some help. I've got videos I can watch that help me explain how to use the Academy. But in fact, if I go to the dashboard, what I immediately see is my progress. And there are 10 modules, 10 training modules. And this particular user has just started. So they've just completed the first module and they've unlocked it, and you win the badge for that. So we've got some gamification in there to keep you interested and keep you going. And you can publish this on social media to show your progress through here. And of course, your managers can also see the progress. Okay. So this person has just started. Now let me log out, and I will log in as somebody who's completed it so that you can see the difference. All right. So that was my one of my demo users that I use, which was a basic person there. If I now go for this particular demo user, there we go. So just going to log in here. There we go. Same thing, obviously, from the home page. But if I go to the dashboard, what we'll see now is that because this user has been using the system for a while, they've gone through the process. They've gone through all 10 training modules, and they've gone through all 4 certification levels. And here they are at the top of the pyramid now at level 4. Okay, so that's what you're seeing there. And what's contained within this are effectively 4 really cool areas of training. So the first area is specifically around the certification. I'm going to click on certification, and I'm going to show you how this works. So here are my levels 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these represent the modules. So the first 2 training modules out of those 10 are in level 1. The next 3 appear in level 2. The next 5 appear in level 3, and then you've done all the training. Level 4 certification is purely a final exam. In fact, it's 2 final exams. One that tests your knowledge, one that tests your application of that knowledge in real-world scenarios. So if we go back to one of the other levels, and let me pick, for example, the first module, which is Customer Success Fundamentals, as you would expect for the first module. Here it is. And I immediately get here the ability to watch a video, and you won't hear you won't hear it, but I'm going to click on play, and then it will just play in the background on here. So there's a little bit of music going on right at this moment to intro, and I'm just going to click into it. You can see, like, that he's got a big beard, doesn't he, that guy there? A little bit of an intro about this particular module. Let me pause that, and if I scroll down, I can access a syllabus, which tells me for this module, what am I going to learn? Here's all the different things I'm going to learn in this module. I can access the training manual, and it'll ask me to download that, which I won't download it, but you can see it's asking me to download that. And also my workbook, and it will launch my workbook PDF for me. So here's my workbook PDF just being launched in there. Just taking a moment to launch that. Again, I'll just, for brevity, rather than let it download, I'm just going to close on that. And an exercise as well. So I get a detailed case study based exercise for every one of my modules. But the main part, so those are the extras. The main part, here are the lessons. So if I pick on a lesson, let's go, for example, for this one, lesson 1.3, it launches that lesson, and then I can play that lesson here. And of course, I can maximize the window so I can see the whole thing. I can play at a different speed if I wish to. And again, I'm just going to click inside it, so a couple of places so you can see how it works. So here we are, we're learning about retention rates or churn, and I'm going to move forwards a little bit more. So we're learning about the revenue levels and renewal value here, and working through an example, and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'll click into another place here. So renewal rates and churns, and so on and so forth. So you can go through all of these, and then at the end, once you've completed them all, you take the test. I'll show you a test. So it's asking me if I want to complete the test. I'm going to click on OK. And then I can start my test. And then hopefully you can see that. Here's my first of 15 questions. Which of the following is not one of the 14 tenets of customer success? Choose 2 answers. So I can select a couple of answers and move on to the next question. So again, I'm not going to go through the whole of that, but hopefully that will sort of give you an idea here, show you how you move through the certification side of things. Nicely organized, 10 modules, step by step, couldn't be easier. But that's not all of the experience. There's much more to it. So there's an entire community to play with here. So if we go to the community side of things, so you can go in here, lots of different forums, you can ask questions and also answer other students' questions for them. There is a content finder, which I'll show you, which gives you the ability not just to be proactive about certification, but to be reactive about anything that you need to know right now. So let's say you need to understand KPIs right now because you've been asked to work on KPIs. So you can scroll through this entire list of all of the training content, and you can see it's a very comprehensive list of training content, lots of different formats, videos and articles and interviews and podcasts and tools to download and templates to use. So I'm at the P's now, so you can see I'm getting through it, but I'm not even all the way through it there. Of course, you can also just search by keyword terms. You can search by a category. So, for example, I can search for things relating to value realization, and it will just give me a shorter list. I can search for example, just videos. So that's a search for videos within value realization. And I've got my list here. And also I can click on one of these and it'll launch it in a separate window, which you can see here in a separate tab. And I can play that. And then when I've finished with that one, I can close it again and I'm back to my list. Okay, and I can reset the list to everything and just do a keyword search. So I think I said KPIs, didn't I? So let's say I'm interested in KPIs. So I'm going to use the search term KPI. Now if I submit that, and then I've got, there we go. So I've got some KPI videos in this instance. I haven't reset, have I? Maybe all formats, and I get a few extra bits and pieces as well, for example. There we go. So that's Content Finder. And then live learning. So as well as self-study, which you do in your own time, bite-sized chunks, sort of 5-10 minute chunks of video each time, so you can pop in, you can watch something, you can learn a little bit and then pop out again, and when you've got some more time, do a bit more. Also, you can come to a calendar of actual events. So, for example, we've got our overview of the CCSMP program that we're doing right now. We've got customer success strategy. We've got the details on the framework. We've got the fundamentals of customer success management. And you can book onto any or all of these, and they're free if you are a full member. We charge for these if you're not. So just booking on 1 month's worth of these gets you your money back from the offer that we're going to provide you. Okay, just so you're aware, just 1 month of just the live learning. Forget about 4 levels of certification across 10 modules and 200 to 300, roughly 300 now pieces of learning content in the Content Finder. Just 1 month alone of attending these live learning sessions, and you get your money back, your money's worth. Plus, we've got a Successopedia, which enables you to check on the terminology within customer success management. So here's my list here of terminology, and I can, of course, pick something. So what is the expand sales motion? What is the features or functions? What's the engagement model? What's the engagement life cycle? So whatever I want to find here. And very powerful, you can ask us a question. So we've got a panel of experts, myself included, and if you can't find the answer, you can ask us. All right. And can we guarantee we know everything? Of course not, but we will do our best to find the answer. So you can see just how easy it is to use and to work around. And by the way, this works on mobile devices just as equally well as it works on laptops or desktop computers. So if you've got an iPad or you've got a smartphone, that's fine. You can learn lying in bed or whatever you want to do, using your smartphone. You can learn in that environment. All right. And there we have it. you.